Myself, Dr. M. Laxmidevi, Associate Professor in the Department of CSCDS at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. In today's video lecture, we will discuss about some of the problems in selection statements or decision-making statements. So, these are the programs which we are going to see. So, first we'll write the program to check whether the given number is even or odd. So, the user will enter some number, and then that number is even or odd. We have to check with the help of program. Next program is to find out the largest number among three numbers. So, three numbers will be given and we are supposed to find out the largest of all the three with the help of C programming language. Next program is to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius and vice versa. The other program which we are going to see is program to print 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 9. So, if the corresponding digit entered by the user is 1 to 9, so it will print other if the user is giving other. So, if any other value is given, any other number is entered by the user, suppose 35 or 45, so then it will print other. So, that is what. So, using nested if statement. So, by using same program we are going to see with the help of first one by using if statement, then the other one by using switch case statement. The other program which we are going to write is program to find number of days in a month. So, we will the user will enter some month number 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 12. So, based upon that the output of the program will be what are the number of days in that particular month. So, next program is to read the marks of 3 subjects. So, n number of subjects here and print the percentage and division. So, program has in the program we need to calculate the percentage, and based upon the percentage obtained, the division has to be printed. Next program is to check whether the character is alphabet, digit or special character. So, first we will see one by one. First program is to check whether the given number is even or odd. So, first one, so in order to check whether the given number is even or odd, so first we need to include the header file stdio.h header file. Then we have whatever the statements we need to execute. So, the program execution starts from the main function. So, that is what we have written here, main function. So, return type of this is integer. So, therefore, at the end we need to return an integer value. So, in the main function, so the program, the statements we are writing. So, these are the statements. First, in order to check whether the given number is even or odd, first we need to declare the number type, data type of the number. So, we have declared here num is a variable of type int, that means it will store integer value. So, it can hold integer value. So, then after that the statement will be executed. We know that in C programming language, so statements are executed sequentially. So, next line will be executed. So, and the user will be prompted to enter a number. So, this is the output of this program. Then after that, with the help of scanf function, so we can read the value which is entered by the user. Suppose the user is entering some 5 value. So, that is stored in the variable num at the address specified by num variable. Now, this is all about just the input. The value 5 is read by the user. The value 5 is read and it is stored in the variable num. Then, this is a logic of the program. That means in order to check whether the given number is even or odd. So, for whatever number, so for this the logic is if 5 divided by 2, the remainder of this is, so we need to divide it by 5, and if the remainder is 0, so if we obtain the remainder of this division as 0, then we can say that the given number is even. So, 5 is even, else we know that 5 is odd. So, this is the logic we need to follow here. So, this we have to write in terms of programming language. So, here we need to use the selection statements or decision making statements. So, these are the decision making statements. It is implemented by using if-else statement. So, in decision making statements we have 2 types of statements. So, we can use if, simple if else, then else if ladder, etc. Or we can use switch statements also. So, here we are using if else statement. So, if the syntax for if else is if the conditional expression if this conditional expression evaluates to true, so if this expression is true, then the block of statements which are written here in this block, so they will be evaluated. Else, so in the else part, if this condition becomes false, so if this condition is true, so these statements will be executed. Whatever the statements are there inside these brackets, curly brackets. So else the statements inside these curly brackets will be evaluated if the condition becomes false. Now here we need to write the condition. So what is the condition to check whether the given number is even or odd? So we need to find the remainder of this division. So 5 mod 2. So if this is equal to 0, then we know that the given number is even. So that means here, so that is what we have written here. So in the if statement, if the num, the value stored in the variable num, so num mod 2 is equal to 0. So we are printing on the screen that %d is the format specifier and this corresponds to this value. So 5 is so it will print the corresponding number which is entered by the user. So that is an even number. So if the condition becomes false, so if the condition is false, then this statement will be executed. That means, so %d, that means whatever the number is entered by the user, so that is an odd number. So this is how we can write a program to check whether the given number is even or odd. So the main part of the program is this logic by using if-else statement. So next program is to find out largest number among 3 numbers. So suppose the user is entering 3 numbers. Suppose the user is entering 3 numbers 10, 30 and 20. Same we'll take. So 10, 30 and 20. Then we need to get the largest number among all these 3 numbers. So for this we can implement this by using if-else statement. If, else if and else statements we have used here. So this is the logic of the program to find out the largest of all the 3 numbers. So first, in order to obtain the 3 numbers, we need to declare 3 integer variables. So in order to store these 3 values, suppose these are the 3 variables, integer variables. We have A, B and C. These are the 3 variables. So where we can store the values of this 10, 30 and 20. Next, after that, largest is another variable, integer variable, where the largest of all the 3 numbers is stored. Next, this line will be executed. So enter the 3 numbers. So we need to, these 3 values will be read by these 3 values are read by means of using scanf function. So, and the value of A will be stored at the address specified by A, value of B is stored at the address specified by B, and value of C is stored at the address specified by C. Now, we can find out the largest of all 3. So, we can compare each one. Suppose this is A, this is B and this is C. So, we can compare the 2 values by means of using if-else statements. So, in if-else statements, we need to use the logical operators. So, we need to use logical operators. This is AND operator and this one is relational operators. So, combinedly we have used logical as well as relational operators. So, if A greater than B, that means if 10 is greater than 30, here A is equal to 10, B is equal to 30 and C is equal to 20. So, if 10 is greater than 30 and A is greater than C. So, what is A here? That means 10 is greater than 20. So, this condition is false. So, it will go to else part. It will go to check this condition, else if condition. So, B is greater than A and B is greater than C. So, what is B here? B is greater than 30 is greater than 10. 30 is also greater than C. C is 20. So, 30 is greater than 10. It is also greater than 20. Both the conditions are true. So, it will enter this. So, you can say that, so largest value is B here. So, largest is B. So, this statement will be executed. So, else if we give another input, else it will go to this part, else part. and it will print largest is equal to C. In this case, so if we enter 10, 30 and so if we run the program and enter 10, 30 and 20, so output of this will be the largest number is 30. So this is how you can write the program to find the largest number among the three numbers. Next program is to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius and vice versa. So we can write the program to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit also. Just there is a change in formula. So first here in order to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius, so temperature in Fahrenheit will be given and so this will be given and you need to find out the temperature in Celsius. So this is what is to be find out. So formula here is to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9, or you can write F is nothing but here Fahrenheit, temperature in Fahrenheit, F minus 32 divided by 1.8. So you can use either of this formula to convert from temperature to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So in order to write the program for this, first we need to declare these two variables, the data type of these two variables, where we can store the temperature in temperature and temperature in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So suppose we have declared two float variables FH and CL, and we have one more variable of type integer choice. So first one, so in order to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius, so that is given by number 1, and second number 2 is to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So user is supposed to enter the choice either 1 or 2. So based upon the choice entered by the user, so we can convert the temperature from, so 1 is to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius and 2 is to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So the choice is a variable, so which will take either 1 or 2. So value of choice is it can be either 1 or 2. So if the choice variable holds the value 1, so choice is an integer variable. So it is an integer variable, so it can be either 1 or 2. So if the user enters 1, so if this choice is equal to 1, then this, with the help of this equality operator, we can compare these two. If 1 is equal to 1, that means this condition will become true. If this condition becomes true, then these set of statements will be executed. So that means enter the temperature in Fahrenheit. The user will be prompted to enter the temperature in Fahrenheit. So corresponding temperature in Fahrenheit is read by the variable or is stored in the variable FH. So at the address specified by FH. Then after that, this is the formula to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So FH minus 32 divided by 1.8, or you can write into 5 by 9 also. FH minus 32 into 5 by 9. So here CL is the temperature in Celsius. So this is a float value. So correspondingly we have used here %F. So after decimal only 2 digits will be printed. Therefore we have used here 0.2F. So corresponding value is CL here. Now if the user enters 2, so choice is 2, then these set of statements will be executed, and this is the formula to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So in order to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, it is Celsius, temperature in Celsius into 1.8 plus 32. So this formula you can use to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So for this, the input is required, that is temperature in Celsius is to be required. So that can be taken, or that is read in the variable CL with the help of scanf function. Then after calculating the temperature in Fahrenheit, we can print it with the help of printf function. And since it is a float value, so therefore we have used here %.2f as the percentage format specifier. So else if the user enters some other value other than 1 or 2, so it will print invalid choice. So in this way we can write the program to convert the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit. So this is one test case. So if we run this program and if we enter the choice as 1, so it will prompt the user to enter the temperature in Fahrenheit. Suppose the user is entering 98.6. So we'll get the output as temperature in Celsius, that is 37. Next one is, so next program we'll see to print 1, 2, up to 9 or other. So if the int variable number, so we have a variable number, so its data type is integer, that means it can store integer values only. So it can take either, so it has number of choices. The user can give either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So other than this, so if the user is entering any other number, then it has to print other. So if the user is entering 1, so we have to get the corresponding spelling. So that means if the user is entering 2, then we have to get the output as 2. So what is we are doing here is program. This is a program to print the corresponding number is printed in words. So for this 3 is printed, for this 4 is printed, for 5, 6, the given digit is printed in words. So 7, 8 and then 9. So for any other number it will print other. So by using nested if statement, so we can use either nested if statements or we can use switch case also. So that we'll see in the next slide. So for this, by using nested if statement, first we have to include the header file stdio.h header file, because so scanf function and printf function, these are defined in stdio.h header file. And then we need to, so whatever statements we need to write, so all these statements we need to write inside the int main function. So this is the whole program. So since it is a return type of main function is integer, so we have to write return 0 at the end. So first we need to declare a variable of type integer. Name of the variable is number. Then with the help of scanf function, so the corresponding number value is read into the variable number and it is stored in the variable number. So if now we have to implement the logic. So in order to write this, so if the number is equal to 1, so if the value entered by the user is 1, then we should get the output as 1. So 1 should be printed on the screen. So that is what here. So this we can do by using if else if ladder. If number is equal to 1, so we are performing equality check here. So this statement will be executed. So you can see here, so there are only one statements. There is only one statement inside the if block. So you can skip this also. You can then printf 1 will be printed. So else if the number is equal to 2, then the corresponding statement which has to be printed is 2. So while the corresponding digit in words is 2 has to be printed. Else if number is equal to 3, so print 3, this digit is printed in words. So else if number is equal to 4, printf 4. So else if number is equal to 5, print 5. So else if number is equal to 6, print 6, and so on up to 8. So at the end, by using else statement, we can printf other. So other than these options, so if number is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So other than these digits, whatever number we are giving, suppose 10, 20, 30 and so on, for this other has to be printed. So that's why we have written it in the else part. So this is the, if we run this program, so it will, first line which will be executed is this printf statement. So this printf statement will be executed. Enter the number from 1 to 9 to print in words. So output of this will be, suppose we enter the number 6. So we get the output as 6, corresponding digit is printed in words. So this is how we can use if, else if and else statements. Now next one is same program we can write with the help of switch case and default statement also. So switch. So here also we need to declare a variable of type integer which stores integer value. So that is the variable number. Next, after that we need to scan by using scanf function. So number value is read into the value of the number is read into the variable number at the address specified by number variable. Next, switch. Here this is how we can implement the switch case default statements. Switch is the keyword, case is also a keyword, and default is also a keyword. So inside this switch we need to use the number. So if this number is equal to whatever, suppose the user is entering 1 year, so it will take, so that number will, so it will, so here this number is nothing but this number. Then after that case followed by label. So if this number is matching with this label, so if the number is entered by the user is 1, so it will match this label and it will print 1. So after that, it has to exit from this program. So therefore, we need to use the break statement also. Break is also a keyword, so which will break this switch statement, and the program will be terminated. Next, case 2. So case is a keyword. 2 is, so if this number value is whatever is entered by the user is equal to 2. If it matches with this label, then it will print 2. And then after that, the break statement is there. If we don't write this break statement, then continuously it will execute all the statements after this case. So in this way, for each case, we can write we can write the statements. So case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, and so on up to case 9. So in the default case, so we are printing the statement other. So this is what we need to print. So if you run the program, so we'll get this output. So enter any number from 1 to 9 to print in words. So suppose the user is entering 8. If the user is entering 8 here, so number value will be 8 here. So then this will match with this case 8. Both the cases are equal. Then the corresponding number in words will be printed. 8 will be printed, and then there is a break statement after this statement. So it will come out of the switch case. So after the switch case, the program will terminate. Next one is program to find the number of days in a month. So we know that there are 12 months. So January, the corresponding number is, suppose the user is entering 1, so it has 31 days. So if the user is entering 1, this is the input, the output should be 31. So this is what we are doing here. Program to find the number of days in a month. So if the user specifies the corresponding month, the corresponding month days will be printed. So if the user is entering 2, then it corresponds to February month. February month generally has 28 days. So if it is a leap year, then 29 days. So 3 is for March, and so on up to 12. So we need to implement this logic. So we can use switch case statement here also. So for that, first we need to declare a variable of type month. Variable of type integer, and name of the variable is month. So it is an integer variable, so it will hold integer value. Next, one more integer variable, days, is declared. And with the help of scanf function, so integer value is read into the variable month at the address specified by month. Then with the help of switch case statement, so whatever switch inside the syntax of switch case is switch followed by expression, and then inside this we need to write the cases. So case and then label. So if this expression, and if this, suppose this is label 1, and then break case label 2, then statements and then break. So here statements and then break. So if this expression value matches with this label 1, then these statements will be executed, and then after the After encountering this break statement, it will come out of this switch case expression. So if the expression value matches with any of the case labels, so here month, suppose we enter a month, so based upon the month value entered by the user, so it will match with any of the case labels, and those case statements will be executed. So we have case 1. So case 1 is for January. Suppose the user is entering the value 1, month value as 1. So corresponding month is January. So it will have 31 days. So at the end we have written, so 31 days. So this is also 31 next to 4. So these are the different months which has 31 days. January, March, then April, May, July, August. So this is January. This is March, then May, July, August, September, October, November and December. So these different months, they have 31 days. So at the end we have written that, so there is a statement, the value of the days, the value of this integer variable days will be equal to 31. Then after this break statement will be executed and then it will come out of the loop. Now this case 4 means, suppose we enter the 4th month, 6th month, 9th and 11th month. So corresponding for all these cases, so if any of the cases match, days will be equal to 30. Then if only for 1 month, which is February, so for February case 2, days is the number of days in the month of February are 28. So days, the integer variable days is initialized with the value 28. So default is, default means if the user is entering any other value other than 1 to 12, then it will be, then this case will be evaluated. So here no need to use break here. So it will execute these statements after the default case. So next, let us see. So if this condition becomes true, so if days means if days is equal to some value, so here true means some non-zero value and false means some zero value. So if this evaluates to true, then we'll get this output. Else, if the condition becomes false, then we will get this output. You have entered an invalid month. So for example, suppose we run this program and then this line will be printed. Enter the month. Suppose we enter the month as 6. So month 6 means June, we can say. So June is corresponding to, here month is equal to 6. So when it is equal to 6, it is matching with this label. So 6, and then, so here we don't have any of the statement. It will go to the next case. Here also we don't have any statements. So it will go to the next case, and then after that here we have the value of days. So days is equal to 30 here. 30, and then we have the break statement. So break statement, it will come out of this switch case. So if days, that means 30 you have. This is a non-zero value. So this statement is true. So number of days in percentage D month. So percentage D is 6 we have entered. So in 6th month is percentage D. So corresponding value is days, and for this the corresponding value is month. So therefore we will get the output as number of days in 6th month is 30. So this is how we can write a program to find out the number of days in a month. Next program is to read marks and print the percentage and division. So we have here the program is, suppose the user is entering marks for 3 subjects. So subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3. So these can be any of the subjects. So for these 3 subjects, so we need to calculate the percentage and division. So in order to calculate the percentage, first we need to find out the total marks. So based upon the total marks, percentage can be calculated. And then based upon the percentage obtained, so if the value of percentage is greater than or equal to 60, then this has to be printed. Division is first division. If the percentage is greater than or equal to, if it is greater than or equal to 50, then it is second division. This is first division. So if the percentage is greater than or equal to 40, third division, and if it is less than 40, the result will be fail. So that is what we need to write the program for. So first we need to declare for these variables subject 1, subject 2, 3, and then total. So SUB1 is to read the subject 1 marks, SUB2 is to read the subject 2 marks, and this is subject 3 marks. So in the total variable, we'll store the total marks of all the 3 subjects. So just by adding all the 3 subjects, we'll get the total. So since total, you can see here, we have declared total as an integer variable. So therefore, we need to convert, and here percentage is a float variable. So therefore, we need to convert this to a float variable by using typecasting method. So float, so this is how you can typecast or change the data type of this total variable. So this is, and then in order to calculate the percentage, so we have the total into total marks. So since we are obtaining the marks for 3 subject marks, so we need to divide it by 300 in order to calculate the percentage multiplied by 100. So we can use this formula and then print the total marks as well as the percentage. So percentage, PER is the variable which stores the value of percentage, and total is the variable which stores the total marks. So total marks is calculated by this formula and percentage is calculated by this formula. Now based upon this, we need to print the division. So for this we are using if and else statements. So if the percentage is greater than or equal to 60, if this condition is satisfied, so then the output should be first division. So else if, so \n, it is an escape sequence, so where the control is transferred to the next line. So else if percentage is greater than or equal to 50, so we have to print second division. So else if percentage PER is greater than or equal to 40, printf third division, else print fail. So when we execute this program, so first line this line will be executed. Enter the marks in 3 subjects. Suppose we enter these 3 marks, 45, 67 and 89. Then total marks will be calculated based upon this formula. So total marks are nothing but addition of all the 3 subject marks. Then after that we can calculate the percentage. Percentage formula is this one. So percentage formula is total into 100 divided by 300. So this is the percentage 67. So from this condition we can say that if the percentage is greater, this 67 is greater than or equal to 60. That means this condition is true. So if this condition is true, so this statement will be executed. That means first division will be obtained on the screen. So in this way, we can calculate the percentage and find out the division. So next program is to check whether the given character is alphabet, digit or special character. So suppose the user is entering capital A. So it is a alphabet. So that is what the program means. So the output of this should be alphabet. So if the user is entering 1, then the output of this should be digit. If the user is entering other than alphabet and digit, it should be a special character. So suppose the user is entering comma, then it should be a special character. So this is what we are writing the program for, to check whether the given character is alphabet, digit or special character. So these are the statements. First, we need to declare a variable of type character. Name of the variable is ch, and the value is read into the variable ch at the address specified by ch. And this is a character value. So this is a character value. That's why we have used here %c as the format specifier. So then after that, so ASCII value of this can be printed. So we can print the ASCII value of this by using %d as the format specifier. So ASCII value of percentage %C is percentage %D. So this CH corresponds to this. So the character will be printed as it is here. So whereas if you use percentage %D, the character will be printed in integer form. So corresponding ASCII equivalent value will be printed. So for capital letters A to Z, we know that if it is a capital letter A, if you have from A to Z, the corresponding ASCII value is 65 to 90. So ASCII value of A is 65 and ASCII value of Z is 90. So we can use this if condition to check whether the given number is from, whether the corresponding ASCII equivalent of the given character is from 65 to 90. So you can use this condition. So if CH is greater than or equal to 65 and CH is less than or equal to 90, so printf %C is a capital letter. So that means capital A, it is capital alphabets. So CH is %C specifies here CH. Next, for small letters, for A to Z, the corresponding ASCII value is 97 to 122. This is small a and this is small z. So if the value is between, if CH is in between 97 and 122, so if it is greater than or equal to 97 and CH is less than or equal to 122, then printf this %C is a small letter. So here %C is the value, %C specifies the value in the variable CH. So for digits, so if it is a digit from 0 to 9, so corresponding value, ASCII value is 48 and for this the corresponding ASCII value is 57. So we need to check this condition. So if CH is greater than or equal to 48 and CH is less than or equal to 57, then printf the corresponding character is a digit. Else if for other values, if CH is greater in between 0 and 47, in between 0 and 47 we have special characters, in between 58 and 64 we have special characters, in between 91 and 96 we have special characters, and in between 123 and 127 we have special characters. So all these are combined by using logical OR operator. So this is AND operator and this one is OR operator. So %C is a special symbol. So if we run this program, so this is the first line which is executed, enter a character. So suppose we give the value D. So this is a small letter which we have given. So D is a small case. It will match. So D is here in this one. A to Z we have. So A is 97. V is 98. C is 99 and D is equal to 100. So ASCII value of D is 100. So this line will be executed. ASCII value of D is 100. Then after that it will go to the else it will check this condition. So this condition 100 means it does not lie here. So this condition becomes false. So 100 is in between 97 and 122. So therefore this condition will become true. So when this condition will become true, so this printf statement will be executed and we'll get the output as here %C is nothing but D. So D is a small letter. So in this way, so we can write the program to check whether the given character is alphabet, digit or small character. So thus we have seen the use of if. We have written programs by using if-else statements, and also we have seen the switch case statements also. So in the next in the next video lecture, we'll discuss some more programming concepts of C language. So until then, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.